Hey guys, it's Scott here and welcome to my FIFA 19 Road to Glory. This is the introductory episode where hopefully we will briefly explain to you what we're going to be doing in this series, how it's going to work and what our main goals and objectives are going to be. So, if you're excited for the return of our main mega series on this channel, hit the thumbs up button down below. If you're brand new around here, I will be going over everything that you need to know. Hopefully you can be a part of it. We're going to be streaming it probably 5 or more days every single week with weekly roundup videos coming at the end of each week, so that if you can't see every single stream, you will be able to see those as well. If you have any other questions, or maybe I don't explain something perfectly, then ask anything away in the comment section down below. But as I say, if you're brand new around here, subscribe for the new Road to Glory. But let's get into our explanation of how this is going to work. But before we jump into that, let me briefly talk about my FIFA 18 Road to Glory. If you weren't a part of that series, then a massive hour-plus long video went live earlier today of a highlights video of my full Road to Glory series, where it basically shows you the progression from the very beginning all the way to our last stream pack goal in FIFA 18. So if you want a brief look at what our FIFA 19 Road to Glory could look like, go and watch that video. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot that goes on in it, and I hope that you will enjoy it. But in that one, our aim was to get a full icon team. Now, the issue with that was that it restricted the coins that I could spend on players because they were all going to icons. And so it meant that my weekend league team was hindered a little bit. I couldn't build exactly what I wanted to. So this year I wanted to give myself a little bit more freedom with my series, and so that is what we're going to be doing. So my solution to this is to create something different that I haven't really done before. This is my own crafted collection book for FIFA 19. Now this is how our series is going to work. One of our goals is to complete this collection book. So how do I go about doing that? Well, firstly, who is in it? I have created a list of 120 players from FIFA 19, the top 120, based on position. So there's 10 goalkeepers, 30 defenders, 30 central mids, 30 forwards, and 20 wide players. So I've chosen this to give me a bit of variety in the players that we're going to be going with. I've limited the number of icons in each position so that, for example, in striker, I think that all of them would have been icons if I'd left it to that. So that would have been an issue. So I wanted to create a bit of a mix. Now, it also means that I can work my way towards whatever team I want throughout the year. If I want to go for Cristiano Ronaldo, I can go for Ronaldo. If I want to go for Aguero, I can go for Aguero. Now, you may be thinking then, what is the point of this? Well, I want to be able to show you that it is possible to have a sort of account where you don't spend any money throughout the year, whilst also being able to use, buy, and test out every single top tier item in the game. So I want to have obtained and owned each one of these 120 cards as part of my Road to Glory. So when do I tick them off? Basically, I have to buy them, loans don't count, and I have to use them for a minimum of 10 games in Ultimate Team before I can tick them off and say, hey, that's Sergio Roberto bottom right there, I've done him, he's out of the way. So then I obviously have the choice, do I keep him for my main team or do I sell him? Or do I invest in him, keep him for profit, yada yada yada. There's multiple choices, whereas before I was limited, I've got to keep that icon even if I don't think they're great because I've got to go for an icon team. So I'll quickly run you through the collection book. These go in order from lowest to highest rated. And some people may have the question of, do I need to get, let's say Pogba gets an inform. Do I need to go for inform Pogba? Will he replace the normal base 88 card? No, he will not. I only have to earn or own one of each card. So I don't need to get Prime Pele, I can go for the Baby Pele. I don't need to get Team of the Year Cristiano Ronaldo, I can go for base 94 Ronaldo. Because otherwise I think that it is a little bit too far. To be honest with you right there. So that's how we're going to go about things. We'll quickly just go through each of the pages right here so you can see them all and the players that we are going to be going for. So this is our collection book and this is how it's going to work. So again, if you have any questions and maybe I've failed to explain something well, then you can let me know. But for example, this is the final page and this is the top 20 players. So as I get some of them, and I've owned them, and I've played with them for the 10 games that are required, then they will start to fill up and light up the collection book. And our progress over there will update, and we will try, a bit like a Pokédex, really, and try and get to 120. And so ideally, the final aim would be this page, and all the others will be bright and full of players. So alongside this collection book, I also wanted to do a bit of a throwback to something I did in FIFA 12. So let's quickly go and take a look at that. Okay, so here we are. As you can see, my main Road to Glory targets underneath myself say complete the collection book, as well as complete the puzzle. Now, we'll get into that in just a second, but obviously you can also see spend 0 FIFA points. This series is going to have no money spent. Now, if you are wondering if there is going to be any money on my channel, are there going to be any pack openings or things like that, I will be having a second account on PlayStation this year, which will be a Draft to Glory / pack opening account, where we will be spending FIFA points. So I will upload a video that explains that, probably with the first episode, in a couple of days once the full game is out, but I wanted to get the Road to Glory started and underway as soon as possible. And obviously, getting Elite 1 in FUT Champs is something we managed last year. Let's go for that again. But this is the puzzle. So back in FIFA 12, I did a series called Piece in the Puzzle, where on the Euro 2012 DLC, as you beat each nation, you got a piece of a jigsaw. And once you'd beaten all of them, it created a beautiful little montage of the trophy. So I've created my own montage based on all of the 120 players that are in my collection book. And once I have obtained every single one of them, they will create a mosaic, a picture that reveals a message and sort of a logo kind of thing that will encompass the series. So how does it work if you're still not on the same page? Well, basically, as we get a player, and as I've used them and ticked them off in the collection book, they will appear, okay, in the montage. So this is number 1. Let's say we do Rivaldo as our first person, okay? And then we move on. We've done Rivaldo, we get Pogba. He's our next guy. He will then appear. And then we do our next player, and our next player, and our next one. And it keeps building up and up and up until we have got a full page. So I haven't revealed anything with these players right here. They don't spell out any of the message or anything that the final montage creates. But I thought that I'd go for something a bit more creative and different so that we can have a proper progression of the series outside of the game. And you can see how close we'll be getting to creating or finishing off our final mosaic. And I hope that you can be excited to see what it's going to reveal, what it's going to look like at the end. So that is our aim right there. So this is how we're going to go about our Road to Glory this year. As I say, we want to get the top 120 players that I have created in my list. And I want to do this without spending any FIFA points. We're going to be streaming it probably 5 or more days a week. And this is what we're going to be going for in our Road to Glory this year. It's going to have FUT Champions, it's going to have Division Rivals, SBCs, packs from stuff, FUT Champs, squad battles, and anything else you can think of is going to be in this series. So if I failed to include anything in this introductory episode, then I apologise. But if you have questions, then put it down in the comment section down below. But very quickly, to run over everything again, we're going to be playing all the game modes without spending any money, trying to get the best players in the game and play with all of those and obtain all of them to create and complete a beautiful mosaic and complete our collection book alongside that. So that will be running alongside our Draft to Glory, which is also our money account, which will be on PS4. This main account will be played on Xbox, and that is how we're going to do it. So the first episode will start tomorrow, most likely, assuming the web app even drops on the 19th, which is expected. So thank you very, very much for watching. Hopefully you are hyped for it. If you are, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new. FIFA 19 is right around the corner. Let's get into it.